And the Vols will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dennis. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill. Just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Rides the back on the option to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. Running back searching for a hole. Past the first down marker and still running. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Volunteers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
They up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Volunteers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking to get it in. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Volunteers! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick look on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Dennis. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. should have been number 3.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, 2 great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses and some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean.
Interception! You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. And the Razorbacks have taken it inside the 20.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Touchdown, Razorbacks! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over South Alabama. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And now they just have one remaining in the half. They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Got him downfield. Turning it on. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Grab behind the line, it's Paulson. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
The Vols have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Touchdown ball! Quick strike through the air for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability, that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And a nice job by the offense of picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third, and the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And how about the defense defense getting home with the pass rush. Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. It's complete! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Volunteers! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Bringing it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on 1st down. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites and you're going to look out there and go, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got the back over the middle.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Vols have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Trying play action. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Motion from the back. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
The Volunteers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Now facing a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st down for this offense. They'll go to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Might be changing the route. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Paulson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back, you don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
The QB had all day to throw the football. That's the good news. The bad news is he couldn't find anybody open and couldn't deliver the ball to him. So let's see if they can get some chemistry going with the wide receiver and quarterback throughout this game.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Paulson. Oh, he's got some space. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The Vols moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a 3rd and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on 3rd down.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Paulson. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Coming up, 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Come on, set.
Has to get there to move the sticks. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. SMU notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Dallas is worth its weight in gold to the Mustangs. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Trick 9 feet.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. He's going for it all. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
On the set. Cricket.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Vols want to move quickly.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
The short hands, it's Paulson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Gonna let it fly. Catching stride inside the 15. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Setting up the screen. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a 1st down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown ball!
What a day, his 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Caught over the middle. It's Sanders. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He'll try to take it back. The tag, and he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown Volunteers!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
Arkansas, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Got to give the defense credit, man. They've won the day, especially against the pass. They've gotten to the quarterback. They've hit him. They forced him to throw off his back foot on that one. They've had 3 interceptions in this game. What a day for this defense.
Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Slips it. Just keeps moving. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He's going to let it go. He's got it inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback adapting. Rolling right and going deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. Did some work on the return. They mark him out of bounds right at the 20. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And they'll try to tack on 2.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He gets the 2-point conversion as they draw ever closer.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And it's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out.
There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. That grab puts him over 3,000 yards for his career.
That's impressive because every week he's got a target on his back. Defenses know the quarterback is looking his way, and still, David, this guy has been able to dice up coverages. 3,000 yards is a big number.
And that speaks to his talent, man. Like, the ability to make plays on the football, consistently catch the ball, and just 3,000 yards is a big number, big-time accomplishment, and it's had some big-time trust from his coaches and his players.
He turns it loose to the left. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
On the set.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Brings up second ankle.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Quarterback may change this route. On the direct snap, it's Paulson. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee! They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Looking to throw on first down. And he throws another interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Off play action on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Unleashes one deep. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown ball. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
And no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 8 over Rice. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Volunteers! The defense takes matters into its own hands. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Rush is on him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge.
And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Bangs it through for an extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
Arkansas, 29.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Breaks into the open. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you've kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Makes the grab on third. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Unloads to the right. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arkansas.
And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. Get this drive started from the 29. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
On the set.
Quarterback making adjustments.
42, Spider.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's going to fire deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Wants to fire on second down. Wide open downfield. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Fires to the big fella. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. He wants to throw it again. Fires one high and deep. Hits a big stride inside the 10. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Looking for the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Michigan State dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Connor Cook-led sporting teams that won Big Ten titles in 2013 and 2015. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
29.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted for the 11th time. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So,
oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.